Afternoon, everybody. Another video for Smokin' Joe's barbecue. Today we're gonna smoke a 9-pound pork butt. Gonna do no trim, nothing trimmed at all. Just gonna clean it up, rub it down with some all-purpose rub. I'm gonna use the UDS smoker today. Got the basket filled up with lump charcoal. Put a starter cube in the center. Gonna let that go. Let the temps get up about 300 degrees. Put the Boston pork butt on there. And we're going to see if we can get this done in 5-hour time. Instead of doing a slow and low at 225, we're going to crank it up to 300 and do a hot and fast. Alright. Back in a little bit when we get the pork butt on there. Alright, pork butt has been rinsed off. Only thing I did was cross hatch the top of the fat cap, and that was it. And throw some all-purpose rub on there and get it on the UDS once it hits 300 degrees, and we'll go from there. Go about 2 hours in, then I'll flip it, then let it go for another 2 hours, start probing it for tenderness, and see what we got. Alright, got the all-purpose dry rub added to the fat cap. I'm gonna let that sweat in for about 5-10 minutes and flip it over and do the other side. See you in 15 minutes. Okay, we're out here at the UDS. Time to get this pork butt on. There we go. Get that on there. Start the timer for 2 hours, and I'll flip it. Let it go for another 2 hours. Flip it over, and we'll go from there. Added a couple pieces of pecan and apple wood today. Give us some nice smoke flavor with that. See you in 2 hours. Alright, it's been about an hour. Gotta take a look, just because it's a video. Looking good. Alright, let's shut the lid and flip it over in an hour. Alright, been a 2 hour mark. Running, I don't know, 304, 306, 307. Close enough. Let's take a look, see. Oh yeah, that looks real good. Let's give it a flip and see. Back in a second. Alright, just flipped it over. Good thing I did, I didn't want all it burnt on the other side, because there is no heat diffuser down there. So it's 300 degrees, hot and fast. What we're going to do. See what happens. See you in 2 hours. Okay, everybody, we are at the 4.5 hour mark. About 302 degrees, steady all day long on this UDS smoker that I built myself. Not one that I bought. I built this myself. I have a 55-gallon drum. If you don't have one, build yourself one. Don't spend $700-800. Let's start probing for tenderness and see if we're going in like butter. That's good there. That's real good. Yep, pulling that fat off. That's good. Good. Nice. A little tough. Nice. I'm going to call it we're done, guys. 4.5 hours. And we have a done pork butt. I'm going to bring out my pan, grab a sheet of aluminum foil, wrap it up, and let it rest for a half hour. Then we're going to shred it and go from there. I'll see you guys then. All right. Got my pan. See if we can get this bird off of here, or this pork butt off of here. Wow, look at that. That looks awesome. Without it falling apart. Look at that. Looks beautiful. Back in a couple minutes, guys. Okay, one last shot before I wrap it up. Brought it inside the house. Awesome bark. Very, very happy. I was a bit skeptical when I first read it and followed it on a YouTube page. But so far, I am a firm believer. 4.5 hours, 300 degrees. Flipped it. 2 hours in, I flipped it again and let it go for another half hour. Probed for tenderness, and she was sinking like melted butter. Temps on there, I wasn't really paying attention to it, but they were probing at 198, 201, 203. So any other time I would stop anyway, and that would be at a 10-hour mark, going at 225, low and slow. So I'll take a hot and fast and a 4.5 hour cook, 30-minute rest, and we'll go from there. So I'll see you guys in 30 minutes after I let it rest, and we'll pull into this thing and see what we got. Talk to you then. All right, guys, after 30 minutes, getting ready to unwrap this and shred the pork butt and see what we got. That's my grandbaby in the background, singing her nursery rhyme songs. Not bad for 3 years old, huh? Yeah. You keep on singing it, Callie. Alright, let's get into this. And like I said, I watched a video on YouTube last week. The guy's name was Jason with GQ Barbecue. He does a lot of competitions and stuff like that, and watched his video, and I was a little skeptical, like I said, on a hot and fast 300 degrees 9-pound pork butt, 4.5 hours. But we're getting ready to see that what he did, that turned out to be the same thing. Looks pretty good to me, guys. What do you think? Nice and clean? Awesome bark. There she goes again, singing the nursery rhyme songs. What can you do at 3 years old, huh? Enjoy life at its fullest. Now it's the wheels on the bus. Anyway, she'll do it non-stop, regardless on the video or not. This is what she does. Callie, can Pop-Up do his video?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
What, Daddy?
Nice smoke ring. I don't want to shred it too much. Get some chunks out of it. Just go through it and get the fat out of the center. Like I said, I didn't trim any of it. So we'll go through it and remove some pieces, and I'll make a sandwich. Oh yeah. Look at that. Look at that bark. That's going to taste good. I'll make sure I put that on the sandwich. Callie, your mommy and daddy are calling you.
No, get me.
Who's calling you? Is that your daddy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what you got to do. You got to listen, right? Okay. All right, let's get a roll here, and we'll make a sandwich. All right, stack it up there. A little bit of tube, a little bit of chunk. It's all good. No, it's called chunk. Chunk. Look at that. Look at that smoke ring. Awesome. It's awesome, isn't it? You gonna eat some of Pop-Pop's pork butt I made?
Yeah.
All right. All right, get these gloves off of here.
And we have
Put a little barbecue sauce in there.
Yeah.
A little Sweet Baby Ray's. A little extra maple syrup in there. If you ain't got maple syrup, you can just use regular pancake syrup if you want, just to make it a little sweeter. That's what I like doing. Add a little vinegar. All right, let's take a bite in this. Wow. Tender, juicy. I'm gonna take another bite, guys. There you have it. Take care, like, subscribe, and see you on my next cook. Take care.